Welcome back, everyone, to episode 2 of my campaign, my career as a Union Army officer. I am now in command of the 5th Pennsylvania Infantry. If you didn't see the first episode of my career, there's a link in the description that will take you back to the beginning. Since yesterday's episode, there have been 2 hot fixes to the game. Some fixes for some AI that should help with some of the issues that we've seen in the battles, should clean some things up. They also fix some things like recruiting, so hopefully the numbers will fill back up a little sooner than they did before, and I'm sure they'll be doing a lot of fixes in the coming days, but it already does seem like it's moving a little smoother, just even on the map and stuff. So we'll see how it goes today, but let's go ahead and dive in. Not a lot happening at the moment for us, obviously. We're now in the 3rd Division of the Army of Northeastern Virginia. Well, part of our army moved on Leesburg, Virginia, and was routed, but we sat at home for that one. The Army of Northeastern Virginia headquarters, along with our division and one other division, stayed here in I guess just kind of southern Maryland. So we were not involved in that attack. They're still sitting there. We are all sitting kind of northwest of Washington at the moment, kind of in between Frederick and Washington. I don't know, maybe somewhere around Rockville, something like that. Another thing they did in the hot fix was they reduced the amount of prestige it takes to be able to influence your commander to do something. So where it was like 500 to 600 before, now I can influence my commander for 387. Still don't want to do it though. But it looks like we won a victory up at Monocacy, the Department of Pennsylvania, along with the 1st Division. But again, we weren't involved in that. So since our division hasn't moved for several months now, and we've basically gone into winter quarters at this point, I sent my division home to replenish, knowing that I would build my ranks up much quicker that way. So they were on furlough for about 35 days. Came back with almost 1,000 men, almost a full regiment. So we've got 942 men to go into combat with next time we fight. Of course, a lot of the other regiments have a lot too, including my former 1st Ohio. They're at 468, but they have Hall rifles now. So hopefully, once spring comes around, we'll get to fight again. Well, I don't know what happened with the hot fix, but it's end of March of 1862, and the Confederates have 197,000 men in the field in the Eastern Theater compared to the 148,000 the Union has. The Confederates have marched north and have won a victory at Sharpsburg and then up at Harrisburg. And it looks like we've been ordered north to deal with the Confederate Army in Harrisburg. And it looks like we're second in line, marching north through Gettysburg. We may end up fighting on the Gettysburg battlefield here, but I'm a little nervous about how much of our army is going to get there. All right, looks like some more are coming. So we're going to have a big battle here in Harrisburg right before the Confederates are able to take the city. I'm hoping that we're going to fight this on the Gettysburg battlefield, because at least I'll feel pretty familiar with that. Are we even going to fight a battle? Let's go. All right, how many men are going to be involved in this fight is the question. Are we going to be outnumbered? Nope, we're not on the Gettysburg battlefield. Doesn't look like we're on any particular battlefield. This is one of the custom maps. Looks like pretty even numbers as far as the people on the field at the moment. I don't know if we're going to get reinforcements at all. But let's see what happens. So there's a thunderstorm going at the moment. It's March 30th, West Fairfield Bridge, Pennsylvania. We've been ordered all the way up here to the objective. Looking good so far as the morale goes. We have much higher morale since we're fighting on home territory. Another thing that they fixed in the hot fix, you may have noticed in the first episode, I had a real problem with desertions overnight from one day to the next, where my casualty number went way up by like 60. They said they've fixed that as well. So we'll see. Obviously, we're going to be all on congested roads here for a little while. We'll see who makes first contact with the enemy and where that happens, but we're somewhere in the middle. Well, we reached the next day. Unfortunately, somehow, I ended up with broken morale, despite the fact that I haven't made any contact with the enemy. I'm all the way back in the rear of the line, and I haven't suffered any casualties. So hopefully that'll resolve itself before we get too far into this battle. Okay, we've been ordered up to this spot here, and at the moment, we're the only ones anywhere near ourselves on this road. Morale is just now up to stable. It's at 46%, and it's gaining every so often, but we're cut off from our commander, which isn't helping. There's Heinzelman there. He's our division commander. I'm hoping the other guys will arrive at some point, because I don't want to be showing up and facing half the Confederate army all by my lonesome self up here. But that's where we've been ordered to go, so that's where we're going to go. Looks like we have help on the way. 4th PA, I think, is part of our brigade. Alright, let's get some skirmishers out front. Start making our way toward the objective so we can get those prestige points from going where we're supposed to. Looks like there's some artillery there that we could probably hit. And we do have help coming in the 3rd Maine, 38th New York. So that's good. Some artillery firing at us. That's okay. We've got rifled muskets now, so that's going to help in terms of our range and our accuracy. Plus, we've got over 900 men. All right, we're going to get our skirmishers firing on that battery. I think I'm going to go ahead and bring the regiment itself up here to the left. You might be able to get some fire on the 37th Virginia battery from here, while our skirmishers hold the line on the right side there. 3rd Maine is coming up. I don't think we're in range. Let's move right up to the edge of the creek. We might be able to get it in range there. No, not quite. We might have to advance across. Just can't quite hit them from here. We might try, though. Let's see if we actually try to fire here. It looks like the guys are... Nah, I thought maybe they were reloading. Alright, we routed the battery. That's 50. Did we get 50 prestige for routing them? Beautiful. If I could get the 3rd Maine to come in over here to my right, I could shift some here. Instead, I'm going to send my skirmishers over this way, and I'm hoping that the 3rd Maine will just take the hint and move into my right. I actually have enough prestige to take over command of them and get them to coordinate with me. That might not be a bad idea if they don't do it on their own. Although if it's just this battery, now there's a regiment up there too. You know what? Let's do it. All right, 3rd Maine. Taking over command of your regiment. I'm going to get you to protect my flank, since you don't seem to want to do it by yourself. I'm going to take out that battery with my skirmishers. There's not a lot of help right now. Why is everybody pulling back? Long range, boys, long range. Alright, I'm gonna have to move across so I can get into range. Get some more fire on that battery. I'm waiting for the courier to arrive to tell the 3rd Maine to switch their range. Oh, we routed that battery. Beautiful. Now we're going to move up and target the regiment itself. Oh, come on, move up a little further. There you go. Was that so hard? Pour it into them, boys. There you go. And we get the prestige from what they do, so that's good. Since I had to spend prestige to take over, I get the prestige from them arriving at the location, from them firing. Lovely. Oh, there's a whole brigade back here. Oh boy. Do we have any support whatsoever? No, we really don't. And now we've been ordered back. Of course we have. Alright, fall back. You too. We'll leave the skirmishers there for the time being to cover our fallback. And then let's speed things up. Okay, so we pulled back to the position that we were ordered to, and now all the units that were with us there are advancing. But we have no orders to advance, so we're going to sit tight until ordered otherwise. Good news is I got quite a bit of that prestige back just from reaching combat zones and from routing units. Alright, you know what? I hate sitting back here while everybody else is involved in the action. Especially when I feel like I can make a difference. I'm moving up. If he's got a problem with it, he can tell me. But I feel like I've got an opportunity here to help turn the tide of this battle when it seems like we're making a pretty good advance on the enemy at the moment. Even if we just move in as a reserve in case any of these guys break. I'm going to send the 3rd Maine up to cover that left flank, and then I'm moving my own 5th Pennsylvania up in behind the main line. And we're just going to help out as a reserve, just in case anything happens. Yeah, oh gosh, you know what? Maybe we need to come up this way and cover this flank, because these guys might get wrecked on the left flank if we don't cover them. It looks like they've got this pretty well in hand, just with the number of brigades that we've got attacking over there. Plus, I can get right up against this creek, and that'll offer me some protection. Now we are facing a lot of enemy here. Engage at will, he says. Okay, well, I mean, I'm there now, right? I'm going to send my detachment over here and let them engage the battery. Once they get out of the way, I'll be able to fire, because he's got an advance coming my way. 79th Virginia. They have 79 regiments already? That's crazy. We're taking our first real casualties of the battle. How are we doing here? Alright, they're breaking over there, so honestly, I can pull the 3rd Maine back and put him right into line next to me now, because there's really no threat to my right. It's nice to have that extra regiment. It's definitely worth the prestige I spent to get that extra support, so I'm not quite by myself. Now we just got to get them over there. There they go. Alright boys, get up on the line, help us out. That'll help too with our morale, because we'll have some support on our left. Yeah, you can see that there. Supported. Both flanks are protected by friendly units, raising confidence and morale with this unit. Now what I need to do is start getting that experience so I can get a perk. They don't have the range because they've got Springfield muskets. Let's at least send out some skirmishers. Alright, feeling good. I think we're going to get ourselves a victory here in Pennsylvania. Heavy casualties, but a victory nonetheless. We threw back the 79th Virginia. He may be pulling everybody back now. boys are taking some casualties. I'm going to pull his skirmishers back in. Alright, I'm sending my skirmishers out to try and get at this battery. Oh, hello. Maybe I should not do that. Got the 57th Georgia coming in heavy, straight at us. My skirmishers will slow them down. It'd be really nice if we could get this Connecticut regiment to come up and help out. They are under orders to move up. Alright, in the meantime, as the skirmishers are protecting my right flank, we're going to be able to get 2 full regiments firing on the 81st Virginia, whose 800 men are definitely a threat for us. I've only lost 26 men though. I'm feeling good about that. Really gaining a nice amount of prestige in this battle. There we go. Hurl them back, boys. Alright, so I'm gonna... Oh, I can't. Where's their skirmishers? Oh, it's because they're engaged. As soon as they're no longer engaged, I'll be able to send their skirmishers back out. I want to send some more help over around here. Get that protection against the 57th Georgia. Although we've only lost 3 men from our skirmishers. They're holding their own over there. There we go. Alright. You guys come over here and help out. Looking good. I think the Union's got a victory here. Let's speed things up a little bit. So if those Georgia boys are falling back. I'm going to send the 3rd Maine after this battery. Let's get aggressive here. Charge into them, boys. Rout them, that'll be some more bonus points. Plus, it's not my regiment, so the losses won't affect me long term. Oh, they're getting fired into on their flanks. That's bad. Looks like the Confederates are recovering in the woods. That's also not good. Did we wipe out this battery yet? Come on, guys. Ugh, I don't like the casualties they're taking. There we go. They routed them. Alright, fall back, fall back. Now we gotta wait for a courier to go from me to him to tell him to fall back. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. And we're gonna bring their skirmishers back in. I don't think we need them anymore. Alright, what's happening over here? Ugh. Another Confederate counterattack coming at us. Is that my skirmishers that just broke? Yeah, they did. Okay. So actually I'm going to leave his over there then. We've lost 48 men. Down to 19 rounds of ammunition, though. That does concern me a little bit. But man, look at that. Every time we fire, there's another 7 prestige. We're up to almost 300 now. I don't like this. I feel like this minor victory may slip away from us just because of the casualties the Army suffered. Morale is still significantly higher than the Confederates, though. And we are holding our own on the left flank. Looks like we're going to get some help from the 4th Pennsylvania coming up. It is. Alright, alright. We're up to 319 prestige. And you figure we spent 90 to take command of the 3rd Maine. Totally worth it. That's something I'll use more in the future. Alright, I think we're hurling them back. All right, so the battle has gone another couple of days, and it's kind of settled into a situation where our army's sitting over here holding the objective. His army's sitting up here not doing anything, and there have just been little probes here and there. So I decided to force something to happen. I'm moving my 2 regiments over here. Granted, we are outnumbered against these guys. The worst case scenario, I've got almost 600 prestige now. 356 from casualties inflicted. I could just grab another regiment if I need. We've got the 11th Massachusetts, and for 90 prestige, we'll go ahead and grab them. And now we're going to bring them over, I think. Not the detachment. There we go. We're going to bring the 11th Massachusetts over here to help out. And basically almost be functioning as a brigade at this point. I've got 3 regiments. Almost 2,000 men at my command. We'll just keep an eye on things. It looks like we're okay. 3rd Maine suffered quite a bit in terms of casualties, but I think we'll be okay until the 11th Mass gets there. Even if the 3rd Maine were to break, I think our guys can hold. My only problem is that my 5th Pennsylvania is down to 8 rounds a man, although we're almost out of daylight. So I don't know if 11th Mass is even going to get there in time. I probably should have told him to run. I'm also definitely going to give them long range orders. Come on, boys, get there. There we go. They're going to get the long range orders while they're still moving, so that'll help. And now they'll get in on the action. And now 79th Virginia, who we have had a few run-ins already with them during this battle. Keep it up. Yeah. Down to 6 rounds for the 5th PA. All right, he's pulled back. But we're still not doing enough to really influence this into a victory. I wish I could get the rest of the army to move. All right, we got into the next day. We pulled back to a new position, and he immediately charged with 3 brigades right into the 11th Massachusetts, who happened to be sitting right here. And they threw back the first one. I'm rushing to get the 5th Pennsylvania up there to their support. And then we're going to get the 3rd Maine up here on the other side. I feel like I'm the only one that's actually doing anything to help win this battle. I don't know where the 11th Massachusetts is going. They broke. 3rd Maine is in rough shape in terms of their morale. This battle should have been over days ago. Here we go. All right, boys. Let's single-handedly carry this army to victory. Because nobody else wants to fight. Looks like the 11th Mass has recovered sufficiently. Now let's pull them back. My goodness. Nothing is moving this, though. Casualties are even, 4,800 apiece. We just need the army to move and do something. Alright. I'm moving my 3 regiments forward. We're going to hit that 79th Virginia again. Third Maine's in rough shape, but I think if we get them up here against the train tracks, we'll at least get some cover there. We're just going to keep farming that prestige in this battle as much as we can. Oh, they're firing into the flank of the Virginians when I want them to be firing on this battery. I can handle the Virginians with my other 2 regiments. Still low on ammo, though. All right, now we're getting some support. Looks like Sedgwick's going to send George Thomas's regiment up here, or brigade. Actually, Sedgwick's a brigade commander too. Is that Winfield Scott? Yeah, he's our division commander, but he's been wounded. Well, he's the first division commander. He's not my division commander. My division commander is Heinzelman. We can command the whole division for 389 prestige. I don't want to spend that much, though. Although it might be what is needed to win this battle. Oh, the 23rd PA came in there and got involved. Like to see that. We're forcing the rest of the army to actually do something. Like poking them with a stick by actually fighting. Forcing them to actually fight, too. But it's not doing enough to move the bar. Alright, looks like the rest of them might move up too. 11th Mass, I'm a little worried about them. They're down to 6 rounds of ammunition. I'm going to probably have to pull back here soon. I'm really curious to know how many casualties I've actually inflicted in this battle. Because I've got 527 prestige from casualties inflicted. Oh, there goes the 11th Mass. They routed. That's going to hurt me a little bit. Now I have 666 prestige. Alright, get up there and help them, 3rd Maine. We're almost out of ammo. We are out of ammo. Come on, get up here and help me, guys. Jeez. They're going to fall back. Could I get a little help from the Union Army at all? Alright, you know what? We're out of ammo. Let's pull a Chamberlain here and charge into these guys. Well, it worked. Now we got to pull back. 6 days of fighting. The whole time it was like right at the edge of us winning a victory. And then our units just broke at the end. And we ended up losing the battle in Pennsylvania. What a mess. That's the first battle I've ever had go 6 days. And that's because I never would have let it go 6 days. Look at we had 91 objective points. But our morale dropped to 3. And that's why we lost. But I gained a whole lot of prestige from that one. I think that's probably going to be enough for me to, at the very least, be able to get promoted to colonel. Look at that. 954 prestige gained. I did spend some of it to take control of those other units. But that's a nice, healthy amount. So we're 98% on the rank progression. Looks like we only need to spend 20 prestige. And we get ourselves a promotion to colonel. So let's go ahead and take a look now at where we're at. I don't know why it's not showing my promotion. Let's advance a little bit and see if that has something to do with it. Get to the next day. Weird. It suddenly does not have my rank showing at all. It says next rank, colonel, and I hit the influence. My promotion to colonel has already been put forward in the chain of command, so we must be waiting on that to actually be authorized. We actually have enough prestige now to do things like personal ambition that decreases loyalty and fame. So I'm going to wait until that promotion goes through and then see if it's possible to try and get a brigade command. All right, there it is. Congratulations. You have now been promoted to colonel. You can now apply for the commands of the following units, a regiment, brigade, or a division. So we can actually command a division at colonel. It's early in the war. That did happen occasionally at that point, but eventually you had brigadier and many times major generals. Oh, we're engaged in battle? We must be in some kind of a skirmish or something. We're observing the enemy, but nobody wants to engage. Yeah, I want to wait and see how much it's going to cost for that before I go spending prestige on other things like assistance. And there we go. Apply for command. It takes 338 prestige to get a brigade command. I don't mind if I do. I wouldn't mind, though, getting the brigade back where my 1st and 2nd Ohio are, which would be Schenk's brigade. They've got 1,500 men. Yeah, I think I'll do that. 405. All right. We now command a brigade. Colonel Chris Mowry is in command of a brigade, 1,500 men. That should help some with that prestige amount, right? I've still got 444 prestige available to me. So let's go ahead and take a look real quick at my situation now that I command a brigade. I should be getting more money now too, right? I mean, that should certainly increase my salary. Let's go to headquarters. We can get an adjutant general now. Joseph Plummer, what would that give us? Leadership and readiness. Big bonuses there. I like that. So let's go ahead and do that. That'll help us out. Quartermaster. Here's the best available. That'll give us supply efficiency. That's huge because we've been having real trouble with having enough ammunition in these long battles. And then subsistence. This will help with food supplies. So let's do that too. So we've got a full staff now. 2nd Brigade, headquarters, and staff. We might have to come up with a cool name for our brigade. Now we'll be leading a brigade in the next battle. It's April of 1862. And hopefully we'll get a better amount of money coming in so we can actually buy some weapons and items and another horse. And it looks like I've moved up a little bit in the Hall of Fame. All right, cool. And I'm only 155 pounds at the moment. So, all right, cool. All right, we're going to wrap it up right there. Let me know your thoughts. Use the comment section below. We'll probably be a couple days before the next episode unless I get some time to record tomorrow because I'm headed to Gettysburg for a couple of days. But I will definitely get right back at this when I return. Thanks for watching.